Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Twitch chat, and welcome back to Let Us Play. I'm your host, Father Evan. It's good to be back with y'all. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. I had a great time. Got to go home and see my family. It was very nice. Just kind of a nice weekend to get away, but also talk to a lot of folk. Good night! Well, that is in fact one of the options, so yes. Good to see you, Duke. But yeah, I got to go home, spend some time with my folks, which is nice. See my friends. My mom sent me home with more terrible candy. We'll get into that later. But I want to say thank you to, because I got a lot of follows while I was away. So thank you to everyone who's followed. But big shout out to Inky Hates Weebs. You better watch out, you weebs. Inky's coming for you. Jake Gouch, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Stupid Fresh. Cone Joe Me. Joe Me? Konjomi. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Toasty Toby and Jake Kemp. Welcome to the channel. Thank you to everyone for the follows. As a reminder, we're going to have a bonus stream on May 4th. Not because it's Star Wars Day, but it was the first available Saturday for me, but it does help that it's on Star Wars Day. So that's going to be SNES Madness. Just kind of playing roulette with all those different SNES games I have and having some fun with it. I need to decide on a time as when that's actually going to happen. But for today, we're diving back into Mario 64. Last time we thought we had enough stars to beat Bowser, and then it turns out I was wrong. So today we actually have to get 5 stars, and then we can defeat Bowser. But for real this time. As the youth say, for real, for real. Yep. Father for real. Gonna find 8 coins. Because red coins count for more, I think. No, Mario, please. Mario, please, I need 100 coins. Anytime someone types for real, I think you're saying father for real. Yeah. That's why I do about 8 for reals sometimes in people's chats. Then it can be for real for father, for real for father. Haha, get a split. No, come back your coin, I need you. So how's everyone doing today? Everyone have a good weekend? I feel like someone came in and messed with my audio settings. Everything sounds really quiet. Haha, try and get me, Goomba. Ooh, blue coin. No, Mr. Chain Chomp, that's okay. You are... No. You had a really good weekend. Hopefully you'll be able to get away this coming weekend to an ordination. Ooh, very nice. Yep, tis the season. We're getting ready for our ordinations here in New York. We've got 2 guys being ordained. I'm going to MC it, which is exciting. I always enjoy doing that. Okay, the water bubble bounced directly into the path of the bomb, meaning that splash damage hit me. Rude. How did the gig go on Saturday? It went very well. Yeah, I spoke to 500 students, 500 high school students, all getting ready for confirmation. When I made a Skibbity Rizlet joke, they all groaned. So, you know, that was about as good as I could have hoped for. I even told them, yes, that is the correct response. But it was fun. It was... I think a couple of the folks attending there, I don't know if it was the chaperones or the kids, are some of the new followers I got, so that's fun. And thank you and shout out to them. No! Go away! Ow. Do-do-do. I'm gonna pick up these extra lives because I feel like I'm going to need them. Hey, Catholic Brit. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. I'm probably gonna have to fly and get the busy work week, but it is what it is. Yeah, I hear that. So, I'm doing well. I got to go home this past weekend and see do a speaking gig, but along with it, also get to see my family and my friends. So, got to see Bad Roxy and Gale. Made them try the sour pickleball candy. They were not amused. They were bad. Yep. Yeah, they were. And now I have other proof of it. Yeah, they turned your mouth green. It was quite at the sight. But they were real troopers. They ate them more than I did. But good to see you, Step Zero. Today's Rotata. There's this great line in the gospel today where the people around Jesus are like, give us a sign. Tell us if you're the Christ or not. And Jesus is like, I already did, and you weren't paying attention. And I grok that. Yeah, I like sour pickles a lot, like a good dill pickle. Don't get me wrong, I like that. But as a candy, no, it left much to be desired. What did I say? What did I say about what? I said lots of things. Okay, we're just gonna get that star. No, actually, I'm really close to the 100 coin star. I just realized I'm 5 away from it. So, if we can get 5 more coins, we can get 2 stars in this level. Yeah, I actually have in my pile of weird candies, I have some tamarind candies, and I quite like tamarind candies. So I don't want to grab a coin in the air because I think the 100 coin star just kind of spawns where you were. There's that coin there. Okay, we'll go the long way game. You love spicy tamarind candy? Have a bunch at home? Yeah, spicy tamarind candy is good. But I can also see how someone would really not grok it. Let's see, where's that other cannon? Is that put over this way? Like, Okay, this is where I'm looking for. Ow! I just need to go back to this island and get two more coins, or 1 more coin, and then I can go and get that red coin and get the 100 coin star there. I missed. Yahoo to you too, Mario. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be great. Watch this. See that red coin? Boom! 100 coin star. And I also activated that coin. The 8 red coins one, apparently. Okay, we're gonna have to go back around just for the star, but whenever you get the 100 coin star, you're allowed to get it without leaving the level. But the fact that it spawns right where you got your 100th coin is why I didn't want to do it in the air, because then I'd be flying around all over the place, failing to get it. Because I'm really bad at the flying controls in this game. I mean, I'm not brilliant at this game in general, but here we go! And that is Bob-omb Battlefield completed. I want to do the red coin star here. Where the 8th coin is... Oops. Oops indeed, Gale. Oops indeed. It's because Mario decided to do a different jump than the one I told him to. But the first red coin is actually hidden back here. Nope! Getting lots of oopses in chat. I'm beginning to think I did something wrong. I have screwed up. Oops emoticon. I don't have an oops emoticon. I bet Twitch has one. Oops, I did it again. No. No Britney Spears references. That would be toxic! Okay, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Generally when I'm traveling, good question, Breaker Lord. If I'm not traveling for the purpose of, like, preaching somewhere, sometimes I will just go to Mass somewhere on a Sunday, or occasionally I will do... So, like, this trip I actually did a Mass at my parents' house, just for the three of us. But otherwise, since I was at a conference, it was actually the Mass at the... Well, not conference, but, like, youth rally event I was at. The Mass at the end was celebrated by the bishop. There were 2 deacons in the parish. And then 3 other priests were concelebrating as well, so... Yep, we're just gonna ride this one out. We're just gonna... But, you know, especially if I'm going on this was kind of a work/vacation travel. Generally, if it's a vacation travel, I don't, you know, publicly do sacraments, because it's like I'm on vacation. Unless it's something like Christmas. When I'm home for Christmas, I'll offer to take a Mass, because I know it's a busy day. But this coming Christmas, I will probably be on a cruise as a chaplain, actually. Which will be a different experience. Did I process after all the priests? No. Would it have been right and just? Yes. Oh no, I missed a red coin. Quick, everyone panic for me. It's actually an easy one to go back and get. Assuming I don't fall off. And Nick! Okay, I don't want this ledge to accidentally push me off, because it still plays out in the cutscene, I think. Okay, we just have to make it to the end. I think you can get 100 coins in this area too, but we're not going to try now. $68. 2 more. I believe in us. Your body tenses every time I jump. That's fair. Yeah, let's go back to TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride. Let's get one from each of there. I also believe in us. That's good. I'm glad you do, Duke. This is called teamwork, where we all believe in each other. Let's try entering on the 9, see what happens. Looks like everything is normal. It's okay. I think I could do this. Mario, land on it, please. We're more of a cheer squad than team members. I know, but it's still a team effort. Okay, I think that actually does have to be stopped. No, why did you... I wish exiting a course just put you back where you were. Especially with TikTok Clock, because I don't remember the timing. Bad Roxy has redeemed a father joke. Hold on. I want to talk to this toad real quick. No, talk to the toad. Watch position of the big hand. Okay, so it is the minute's hand. This seems exactly the same. Anyway, I didn't really want to make paper airplanes with my friend, but they just kept insisting, and so eventually I folded. Just got squeezed out of existence. Lots of oops happening today. Okay, this is going slow, so this might be more doable. Yeah, I jumped right off the edge. I play video games professionally. I don't think I got it that time, because... Yeah. I didn't even mean to die there. I was thinking about it, and then it just kind of happened. But yeah, if the hand is not really on a portion of the clock... You want to stream? You're much worse in video games than anyone. Well, I don't know about anyone. A statistically significant proportion of people, maybe, but not everyone. Why did you slide on your butt? Why can't you just land on the platform? Mario? Mario! Oh my goodness. I can't even see the next platform. Okay. I don't know if Mario's jump is going to be long enough to get there. Hey, it is, but he can't stay on it. Maybe if we go up and fall down onto the mess. Ow. Okay, the idea works. The execution, however, is maybe a little flawed. Ow. That's not what I intended to do. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Execution, what I'd give execution at least a 2 out of 10, because I at least got a red coin. Maybe I'll move on to this hand as it comes by. See where that leads us. I stand by my statement. Oh. This is probably the one that we saw and we just cheated by falling down into it instead. Yep. Mario, please. My stars are very sick. They need to go to the hospital.
Let's go.
Whoop 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 indeed, Shadow Vision. Whoop 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 indeed. Okay, so we got that one. So what happens if we just keep going higher? We rock on down to Electric Avenue. Oh. Gross. But that is a star.
Here we
We go! One more, and then we can go to fight Bowser. We're gonna do one in Rainbow Ride. Big house in the sky. So I think this is the same as the first one, except you go the other direction. I thought the pause was bigger on that.
Mamma mia! Let's go!
Everything's fine. Burn cream, please. Well, apparently the creators of Mario over at Nintendo weighed in recently as to whether or not he feels pain. I didn't actually get to read the whole article, so I don't know what they said, but these are the important questions of our time. Truly, truly. Oh! Oh. Perfectly normal human noises. That's right, Free Guy does explore the morality of and implications of NPCs. It's a shame I couldn't watch that movie. I tried and I just could not care. No, Lakitu, please leave me alone. Look, it is a large house in the sky. I think your fireplace is broken. I have concerns. Most of them are, I have to come back this way later. Ow. Okay, so long as we don't get hit by the fire, he said. Ha-ha! Mad skills. Those are, in fact, the skills that pay yon bills.
Here we go!
You found 70 power stars. The mystery of the endless stairs is solved, thanks to you. And is Bowser ever upset? Now on to the final floor. Turns out the secret to the endless stairs was just coding and music trickery. I think this is a missed opportunity to have this entrance instead of going into the painting for Bowser, but that's just me. But I think to celebrate getting there, as I mentioned, my mom sent me some more terrible candy. The secret to the endless stairs is the endless friends we made along the endless way. Exactly. Anyway, so as you can probably see here, couple new ones. I split the brew candy into 3 on this. I also took off the cactus candy because it's just too good. It's not bad. I just want it. So for 300 bits, you can make me spin this, but I will spin it once here. But the new things that are added are, so from the same people that made the bacon candy, there's ketchup candy, fried chicken candy, and pizza candy. And there is also now sour cream and onion candy cane and mac and cheese candy cane. It smells like oregano. I don't know if you want it, Duke. We can't start with the Pulparindo. No, I'm re-rolling. Pulparindo is good. I have Pulparindo and Enchiloca still on there because those are actually good. You know what? Duke, just for you, I'm going to eat the not the bacon candy. I'm going to have the pizza candy just for you because that's made by the same people. Give me 8 to 9 hours. I'm driving over to find out. Auntie McPhee's pizza candy. It smells like bad oregano. Why is it red and yellow? Candy should not smell this savory. Oh. 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 No. Oh. Duke, you do not want this. No, it's going to stay on the wheel because there's still more of it, unfortunately. Oh, it's not as bad as the pickle. Like, the pickle candy was just, like, straight up, like, I could not. But this was, whoo-wee. And the bacon candy is not the worst, but this is, like, it's like rancid oregano. Oh, I can still take, this is why I still have the cactus candy. It'd be a palate cleanser. That was quick.
Mamma mia!
But now I'm extra scared. The ketchup, there's ketchup as well as one of them. And that one I think will be fine. Because ketchup's already a little bit sweet, but man, am I scared about the fried chicken one because I smelled it. It did not smell great. No, it's not pepperoni pizza. It's just pizza, is what it defines itself as. It tastes like bad tomato sauce and oregano that's gone bad. What? I was hanging off the ledge! I was hanging off of the ledge. How did that thing hit me? I have questions. I don't think I'm going to get them answered, though. Also, shout out to the early inspiration of Mario Galaxy. Eat the sour cream and onion candy as an appetizer. No? I'm gonna go with no, because I don't want to add anything to that pizza candy. Aha! Speedrun strats. Slowest speedrun strats in the West. Which is impressive because I'm in the East. Oh, you had to miss the reaction? I'm not doing it again, Duke. I'm sorry. It is abysmal. It tastes like rancid oregano. I do not recommend it. I did not spit it out immediately. It was actually slower than the sour pickleball candy. No, Mario! Please, Mario! Yeah, you saved yourself a bit of driving.
Mamma mia!
I mean, I let it sit there for a good second. I started salivating a bit. Not because of its taste, but because it was a hard candy. What did I just hit nothing. Mario just hit nothing. I'm very confused. I should avoid the void. There's a 3-hour video about invisible walls in Mario. I believe that. Also, good to see you, Squirrel. Hope you're doing well. What? Slanderous lies. Nice one up, though. Mario, please. Well, apparently the invisible walls also just have a tendency to appear out of nowhere, as demonstrated by that. That's not that too bad of a setback. Man, it's so good you don't have to be good at games to play on Twitch. Could you imagine if they had, like, a gamer driver's license equivalent? What would be on the test? How many noobs must you pwn? No, Mario! Well, at least I'm not dead. You'd be certified in no time. I believe it. I bet if there was that kind of a test, speedrunners would take it constantly just to see if they could get better times. I found a clip at the off. No! Mario, jump! I pressed the A button. It means yump. Please. Gamer's license any percent. So what you need to do is you need to keep reloading the office until Candace is working the front desk. Bring her a coffee. No! Okay, so because of the way the switch works, I think, there's like a slight lip. And so I'm pressing A, but Mario thinks he's falling. No crimes committed. I'd be terrified of the crimes permitted category then. Okay, I think we're there. I think we're in there. No, we're not in there. There is more to go. It has been quite some time since I've done this. Okay, that's not too bad of a setback. It is a setback, but... Ow! Just ignore everything. Just ignore everything. Dear Nintendo, but why? One last one up just for the road. Okay, we're in there. We're in Bowser's lair. Look at him in his iridescent glory.
Mario, you again. Well, that's just fine. I've been looking for something to try with my fire breath. Your star power is useless against me. Your friends are all trapped within the walls, and you'll never see the princess again. Mwahahaha.
Okay, that's nice, Bowser, but have you considered this? Down with Bowser. I'm so glad that still hit. I don't know, I think Doug Bowser's done a pretty good job of managing Nintendo of America. Which is funny because when he got hired, he had no idea who Bowser Koopa was.
Bye-bye.
Nope, that's not bye-bye. Because I didn't hit the bomb. Bad Bowser. Okay, there's a bomb right there. Let's see if we can hit that one. Nope. Ah! So I keep doing the timing based on where I have my stick, not where Bowser is, which is a mistake. What? Oh, that wasn't powerful enough. Oh, I was past that. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Okay, we have one hit point left. Let's not mess around with Bowser because these blue flames go all over the place. Ah! Dingo's fed kidneys. My brain is really bad at that timing. And here I was hoping we'd get him first try. Fortunately, this one up respawned. So we have infinite tries. We almost had him, though. That needed to be our last hit. Also, man, did Nintendo love spinning joystick shenanigans in the N64 era. And then accidentally creating class action lawsuits. Yes! I didn't think that was actually going to be close enough.
Bye-bye.
Nope. Not bye-bye. If I miss this one, I am going to be very sad.
Bye-bye.
I am very sad. Sadness goes on the stack. There's no target, so it fizzles. Hashtag magic joke. Can we make the argument that Mario is culturally Catholic? Yeah, he's an Italian guy from the Bronx. I suppose King Koopa could become Catholic.
Bye-bye.
Good, we got that. Okay, we just have to get one more. Right after he blows it all up into a star shape.
Bye-bye.
Nope. What? I dove into his tail! Darn you! Does the Catholic Church have rules for none? We don't have... The Catholic Church doesn't have official rules, although multiple heads of the Vatican astronomy... the Vatican astronomers, like, which is actually an office in the Vatican. This is meant to look like a telescope. That's what my hand was doing. Have surmised it. And Pope Francis said, yeah, if it meets the sort of philosophical definitions of human. How did Bowser not hit that bomb? Like, there's the running joke of, would you baptize a Martian or baptize an alien? And Pope Francis said, yeah, basically I would. I do not have high hopes for this particular run, because I have one hit point left, but, what's my opinion on the humble radish? I guess radishes are good, if cooked well and in the right context.
Bye-bye.
Oh! But if their race did not fall to original sin, do they need baptism? That's another theory, is that what if there's another race out there that never fell to original sin? You know, there's the joke. Wait, when Jesus came to your planet, you guys did what to him? We gave him chocolate! I do not have high hopes for this run. Proceeds to run. Exactly, squirrel. The director of the observatory, that was the word I was looking for. Yeah, Brother Guy Consulamagno. He's a Jesuit. Would you baptize an extraterrestrial? Only if he asks. That's a good response.
No, it can't be. You've really beaten me, Mario. I gave those troops power, but now it's fading away. Arg, I can see peace returning to the world. The worst, the worst. I can't stand it. It's not over yet. Come on, troops, let's watch the ending together. Bwahahaha.
Theoretically, I could have just walked off the edge by accident there. Wahoo! We did it, gang. We beat Bowser, finally. But for real this time. Yeah! This is my fourth stream of this. So approximately 7 hours is my speedrun time to of any percent. I will play this again next week because there is still one more Tuesday in April, and I have a fun plan for that stream. 7 hours on 70 stars is a bit rough. Yes, but I never said I was good at this game. Barsumian green Martians might convert, red Martians less so. DC white Martians as a culture, no. But individual like Miss Martian, maybe. Jean-Jean's, definitely not.
Mario,
Those are words.
the power of the stars is restored to the castle.
And I'm done hiding in a piece of stained glass.
And it's all thanks to you. Thank you, Mario. We have to do something special for you.
Here we go!
Listen, everybody. Let's bake a delicious cake. For Mario.
Mario's a good guy. He does this because it's the right thing to do to rescue the princess, not for any reward. I like that you can see Mario in these. It's like... It's almost like a machinima capture. Did she sniff, kiss, or boop his nose? She booped it with a kiss. She booped his sniffer with a kiss. Mario Face Programmer. I think that's just for like the loading screen at the beginning. So how would you like to put that on a business card? Mario Face Programmer. Yeah, Koji Kondo. Great music. If it got you jobs, you'd put it on your business card. That's fair. Monkey. Reject Mario, go back to Monkey. Aw, Charles Martinet. He retired this year, or last year, I forget exactly. Now he's a brand ambassador, whatever that is. As per Winston Zeddemore, if there's a steady paycheck, I'll believe anything you say. I don't know if I'd do that. That sounds dangerous. Bye, Mario and Peach and Toads.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for playing my game. You're welcome, Charles Martinet. Hello? Oh no, is this one of those old games where once it gets to the end screen, it just locks up until Yeah, I think it is. None of my buttons are doing anything, so we're going to do this. I'm going to go back to title screen. We're just going to mess around in Mario 64 for the rest of the time. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's me, Mario.
But now that I've beaten this...
Hello.
Look at what this face programmer had to do. Look at their hard work. This is why they're... Come on. And that's why they got a credit.
Okie dokie.
Swimming lessons. I thought this was a cannon that you could open up. Or that there was a cannon out here somewhere. Because there's a way to get on top of the castle, because once you beat the game, Yoshi's hanging out up there. They made a model for Yoshi, and that's all they did with him. Oh, it's after 120 stars? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so you have to get all the stars to get Yoshi. But yeah, he's just hanging out. And in fact, actually, on the Mario 64 question mark block from Lego, there is a little Yoshi on the back of the castle, which is such a cute little detail, and I love it. See, that's Frozen Land. No, I'm looking for Tiny Huge Island. Start tiny. Start huge. Guess start huge. Rematch with Koopa the Quick. Yup, Mario, do not fall off. Please. Camera, please. My Mario is sick, and he needs power stars badly. Given that you're walking around, you're not Koopa the Quick. You're just a normal Koopa. Camera. Okay, so here's the finish line. So where do we start? No!
Mamma mia!
That ended poorly. Is the finish line next to the Swedish line? Yes. I don't know how Mario did that, but I guess I'll take it. Time for the gym. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you. Father for real, father, father for real, father. Oh, hey. Let's open up the, Let's open up the cannon, shall we? That seems like a useful thing! No, 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 Mario! No!
Mamma mia!
But why?
Let's go.
I thought I got gulps there for a moment. To be perfectly honest, I don't know how I didn't.
Here we go!
Squirrelish has redeemed a father joke. Hold on. No, talk to the pink bomb. Please, Mario. Okay. Squirrelich is just spending all the mad points today. Step Zero, you want to go ahead and start a mod poll? Why not something like best Mario game or something? Hey, Squirrel. What do you call a feud between celebrities? A Star War.
Mamma mia! Let's go.
Yeah, that's an appropriate reaction, I guess. I'm so proud of that emote. Are there 9 feuds with many spin-off feuds or 9 celebrities with B-tier celebs? Always. I mean, it's basically keeping up with Kardashians. Remember Jersey Shore? I try not to, but it does exist still. Okay, we're done with this. You keep Kardashians in the fridge.
Mamma mia!
What is the best era for Mario games? I'm curious as to what you think is the correct answer, Step Zero, but we'll find out when the poll is done.
Let's go.
In the Mario era, that is the safest non-answer. Dang it, I thought I could get up there. Other evidence in his Mario era. Yeah. No, I actually had it and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get there. I should have committed to the bit. But yes, we stand making Taylor Swift jokes around here, apparently. Besides Splatoon, has Nintendo come up with a staple character or group of characters within the past 3 to 8 years? ARMS. ARMS is an original Nintendo IP within that time period. They don't even remember it exists, but technically it does. Yes, you did come back to your keyboard just to hear Taylor Swift jokes. I'm in my Mario era. So fails the staple test that, hey, one of them showed up in Smash Bros, I think. Bayonetta, kind of? But they didn't come up with Bayonetta. They bought the franchise. That is very different. Game, I disagree about your physics. Mario should totally be able to stand up there. But why would Nintendo make a new IP? Or, you know, release a new Metroid Prime game? Like, everything they have already prints money. No! No! Metroid Prime is a fever dream that doesn't exist? Yeah, except they keep re-releasing it. Except they won't ever release the fourth one, even though they've teased it several times. I know we've already climbed this snowman, but I'm convinced that there must be more up here. Or maybe I can use this to get to somewhere else. New Star Fox game when? Star Fox who? Modern era wins. So I am curious, is that what you voted for, Step Zero? You think Odyssey is the best? I'm done with that level. I like Odyssey. I think Odyssey is very well done and very well put together. But I think quintessential Mario is still the Super Nintendo era with the HD re-releases. Of the SNES games, or NES games, as well as World. It's the quintessential 2D Mario platforming experience. That's a big ol' however. Especially when you're so wrong about Odyssey. Wait, what are we doing? Right, the balcony. We failed to figure out what the balcony is. You also have Super Mario 3D stuff, Peach Showtime, Mario Maker, and all its infinite weirdness and ability to play through the entire history of Mario and watch its evolution from one console. This is true. But I think part of it is the intention of its creation, which I would argue is different from just having access to it. And yes, I cited remakes, but those were very different kinds of remakes. Because their physics are actually different. Also, I have no idea how Peach Showtime is as a game. I haven't had time to read any reviews or anything. Hey, good to see you, Squirrel. You have a good day. I mean, I know it's not the most PC, but the previous Peach-only game was supposed to be quite good. A kid's game is for kids, how dare it? It should appeal to me and my nostalgia only. This music is reminding you of Kingdom Hearts something? Not quite sure what you're thinking. Not saying you're wrong. Because if it's reminding you, it's reminding you. Isn't that what I hit? Also, we're hitting just enough of the polygonal distance. So the farther Mario away is, the fewer polygons he has. So look at his face when he turns around. You see how he kind of pops into existence? See him? Look at our beautiful boy. Just imagining piano. Well, that's fair. I mean, I can't remember her name all of a sudden. The woman who does the composing for Kingdom Hearts, she does use a lot of piano, which is part of what I like about her style. You gone, giant eyeball? Yoko Shimomura. Thank you. Hello, Bastion. Yeah, fair. What? I can't jump through that when I'm invisible? Thought I could. I'm not gonna lie, I am really bad at this game. I can hear Father Dave's laughter. He must be hanging out in the office. I at some point really need to do a VR stream with Father Dave. I think that'd be a kick. Blast away the wall! Voted yes for VR stream. I don't think it's a democracy thing. I think it's just a... My boss is really busy, and I don't know when I'd find him for a 2-hour period. Haven't made up my mind on that. Might do a medley of things. Oh, subjecting him to VR. Because he's not really much of a gamer. He hasn't... By his own admission, he has not played a game since Pong. Ow. Also, why did it not explode? Why did it bounce away? What? Okay, I have no idea how to do that one. I don't even know what wall I'm supposed to be leading it to.
Let's go.
Yeah, I thought about trying to do something where I play with VR, but the problem is 2 headsets and not being able to... Alright, have fun with your meeting. Good to see ya. But then there's also the question of running all the tech, and it's just, you know what? I'll just man the booth and have him playing somewhere. Shouting helpful advice. Right, this is the one where I have to swim down into the rings. Let him play Pong in VR. There we go. That's all we had to do. And now we just have to get the metal cap to get into that spot. Is there Pong in VR? I mean, sure, there's tennis. You physically can't handle it? Yeah, it's not for everyone, unfortunately. I'm not that bothered by it for the most part. There's a few things I can do that will screw me up, but I usually have to work pretty hard to get those. Hey, we had you swimming through rings. What if we just did that again? That was easy. Makes you insanely dizzy. Yeah, that is entirely fair.
Here we go!
Why didn't we just do those 2 stars at the beginning? Because now we're just done with that world. Well, except for the 100 coin star, but... You love VR? I find that there are a good number of games who have figured out how to do VR well as something to add on to the game rather than like be a gimmick. There's one game I haven't played, but it's like I've played the console version. And it's a 3D platformer, but then there's a VR version, and all it is that you are watching it like you are the camera. I don't really get why. But I Expect You to Die is a very good series that does VR very well and is a lot of fun. Walkabout Mini Golf is like my family's go-to. We play that basically every Thursday. You plan on playing Moss 1 and 2. You're helping out a mouse adventurer. Oh, that sounds super cute. I'm interested. Mario. I've been enjoying the last Clockwinder. Moss is so adorable. Okay. The last Clockwinder's like a... automation puzzle game. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Come on, bully. Let me up onto your platform. Okay, bye. Shadow equals coin. Confirmed. No, Mario, no!
Mamma mia!
No, Shadow equals Keanu? Oh, that's right. Keanu was confirmed for Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Turns out, Sonic can't make good games, but can make decent movies. Perfectly reasonable movies, I should say.
Hego!
Elevator towards inside the volcano. Because it worked out so well the last time we went into the volcano. This is a good idea. Just go into an active volcano. Should I be grabbing onto this? I think I should be grabbing onto this. Maybe I should be grabbing onto it. Not jumping past it. Just a thought. Like I said, it worked out so well last time. In the words of Matt Mercer, you can certainly try. I only have a vague knowledge of who that is. Now this is a classic game, and good to see you late to the game. How you doing? Good to see you, Mark. Mark, right? No, I know who Matt Mercer is, Step-Zero. I'm making a joke. How you doing today, Mark? You had fun with your Final Fantasy XIV stream earlier? Ow. How could he do that to me, standing perfectly still? Final Fantasy's always a good time. Get some yard work done? Nice. Why does everything want to kill me? Yeah, the weather is nice and beautiful today. I wish I had time to go for a walk, but unfortunately I will not. But tomorrow I'll have time. That's perfectly cromulent running, Mario. I thought there would be another whirlwind. I screwed up. I'm running away.
Let's go.
Okay, I keep thinking this one is in the poison caves. I don't think it is. This time, I think we're gonna try something else. I don't know what else, but we're gonna try.
The black hole.
Work elevator for Hazy Maze Cave. Left underground lake. Okay, I know where that is. Yeah. Why don't we try the underground lake? I feel like we haven't been there since we got Metal Cap. And that would kind of make sense with the whole Metal Cap. Mario can move. Anything in this lake? No? Oh, okay. Left abandoned mine. Closed. Right. Metal cave. Have we been to Metal Cave? I don't think we have. But that sounds like a promising idea. Maybe that's where we're supposed to get to, is Metal Mario is right there on this. Is that switch? What are you doing? Dory! Why was she just spinning? No, Metal Cave is where we got the metal cap. Huh. However, it looks like there's something this way. Oh, that's where we came in from. That looked like an underground passage, or underwater passage. But I have an idea with Metal Mario. Because there's that switch there next to the abandoned mine entrance. But it's underwater, so regular Mario can't get it. But Metal Mario might. Yeah! Let's go! Into the abandoned mine. The children yearn for the mines. We did it!
Here we go!
Actually, what's the next star here? Watch for rolling rocks. I wanted to be falling. I disagree that that thing touched me, but okay. Ow. Your Honor, those rocks just crept up behind me and leapt out. I'm the innocent victim here.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to attempt one more star, and then I'm probably going to call it for the day. If I can remember how to do first-person views. Whew, barely got that one. If I fell much more, I wasn't going to be able to get back up to it. No, 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 no! Ah! And we ran out of go juice. But I feel good about generally being able to get these all. He said, immediately missing the first one. Can't really miss too much, because then we'll run out of time, like we did last time. Hey, let's go.
Here we go.
There, 75 stars in 8 hours. I'm not going to be speedrunning this game anytime soon. But we're going to call it there for the day. I got a meeting to get to. But thank you so much for everyone for tuning in to Let Us Play. I've been your host, Father Evan. Join us again this Thursday for... I've decided we're going to start Chants of Sonar. I think it's a really interesting looking game. I saw a couple other folks playing it once, and it looks like it has some really interesting discussions based on the story of the Tower of Babel. It's kind of a metaphor for that in some ways. So I'm looking forward to playing that on Thursdays. And then next Monday, more Knights of the Old Republic. And Tuesday, for the last Tuesday of April, we're going to do more Super Mario 64, but it's going to have a fun twist. So be sure to tune in for that. Should be a lot of fun. But thank you to everyone for tuning in today, everyone who's liked, followed, subscribed. Join the Discord, all that good jazz. And why don't we see who's live to raid? Gonna send you all over to the Halcyon Ward. He's a bard VTuber from England. Catholic dude. He's cool. So be sure to spam those meeps when we get when you get on over there. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Take care and God bless.